What's up, everybody? Sam here again. I probably look the same. What are you doing on my face? So I probably look the same from my last video because obviously I filmed it in the same day, but I really want to get this video up. It was supposed to be paranormal stories with my boyfriend. I wanted him to talk about like his experience with his old haunted house. But he was really busy the last 2 days and now he's back at work today. So we did not get a chance to film it, so I do apologize, but I will talk to you about some more paranormal stories. Now, if you guys follow my channel or subscribe to my channel, you guys probably have seen my other two paranormal videos. And I did state that I never personally had any paranormal experience. But I do have some strange experiences that did happen to me at my previous site as a security guard. I did have some really strange things that happened. I can't for sure say it was paranormal because there's probably like other explanations for it. But for me, like, I've never experienced it before other than those certain times at that place, at that building. So it leads me to believe that it probably was paranormal. But like I said, I don't know. I can't prove it. So, but I guess I'll go ahead and get into the story. I guess I'll start off with telling you about the building. I used to work in Cincinnati, in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio, for a security company. I'm not going to go into the security company I worked for, but I worked in security. And obviously, if any of you guys know anything about Cincinnati, it's a very old city. And there's a lot of buildings that have been up there for decades, century, whatever, for a very long time, pretty much. And I happened to be placed at one of those when I got hired on. And I remember my mom telling me when I first got hired on there, she was like, "Oh, that's that building where that man committed suicide." And I was like, "Well, thanks for telling me that." Now, before I get into like what actually happened, when I first got hired on the job, I picked up a shift that was 3 seconds and 2/3. So Friday into Saturday and Saturday into Sunday, I worked third shift. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I worked second shift. So it was a weird shift, but they said they were going to put me there in the meantime until they can get me onto like a full second shift or full first shift, which is what I was looking for. But they really needed somebody for the shift, and so me being naive, I was like, "Oh, that's not so bad." And they did tell me that I was going to be the only guard on shift on third shift. But my mom used to work security in the building next door to this building. And when she worked third shift, she wasn't alone. She wasn't the only guard there. She did have other people, not like another guard with her. But she was not the only person in the building. There were like cleaning people and janitor people and then like just in general people working. So I wasn't thinking anything of it. I was like, "Oh, well, there's other people there, going to be working in the building." I didn't think the whole building closed down. Like, I didn't know that. So, third shift came around, my first third shift, and I was working with my person I was training with. So I actually wasn't by myself the first 2 times. And of course, the day before I start my first shift, that's when my mom's like, "Oh yeah, that man killing himself is supposed to be haunted there." I was like, "Thanks for telling me that before I'm going into this third shift." But luckily, like I said, I wasn't by myself right away. And I didn't realize that we're the only people in the building. Just me and Teresa was her name. And so obviously if it was just me not training, it would have just been me and this big old building. And there's 2 sides. There's like one side that goes up to like 13 and the other side goes up to 15, but it's really 13 on both sides. And there's like an old side and the newer side. So it's a really big building, So anyways, when I first started there, I remember talking to the cleaning ladies during my second shift, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this place is haunted." And I'm like, see, this is why people start thinking things are haunted, because you start telling them it's haunted and they start thinking it's haunted. So anyways, I was already on edge because of that, and I'm a huge believer in the paranormal, so that made me creep out even more. And then the fact that we're the only people in the building and that it's locked, and then most of the offices and stuff, when we do our tours, they were dark, and you had to go into offices and check the kitchens and all this crazy stuff. So I was creeped out. And there was a basement and a boiler room and a garage that we had to check, and it's all like dark. I mean, it's dim lit, but still, it's freaking creepy, like from Freddy Krueger shit. So my first experience I had, it was the second night, I believe, that I was there. I was training with Teresa still, and it was Saturday. And I was on the phone with my boyfriend because I didn't like going through the building by myself. You know, because just the thought of like, oh, I'm by myself freaks me out. So anyways, I was on the phone with him, and I was coming down, you know, the stairwell and stuff. And obviously when you open up the doors, when they close, they make like a loud sound, like a loud click sound. And I hadn't touched any of the doors. I was just going down the stairwell, scanning these different points. And I got down to like the third or fourth floor, and I hear a door close. It echoed, like it was loud. It echoed through the stairwell. And I'm thinking like, no, that did not happen. Like, no. So like I'm hurrying up down the stairs and stuff, and I'm not acknowledging. I didn't even tell my boyfriend who was on the phone with, like, I didn't want to acknowledge that I heard it. So I'd like hurry down the stairs, and I jump out, you know, I open up the door to the lobby area, and Teresa just sitting there, you know, minding her business, reading her book, and I'm thinking like, there's nobody else in this building. There's no reason there should have been like, you know, a door closing. So that was my first incident. So like I said, I don't know if that was for sure paranormal, but it freaked me out, and there was no reason for that door to be open. There was literally nobody else in that building. So second occurrence happened was probably, I ended up switching over to like second shift not too long after that, and then I ended up going to first shift. And I believe this happened when I was on second shift, I think. Anyways, once again, I was in the stairwell, and it was the same stairwell. And I'm up on the top floor, like around like 12 and 11. I'm coming down, and I'm just coming down the stairs, and then all of a sudden, like, I hear my footsteps. And then I hear footsteps, like, behind me. Now, once again, that could have been echoing, but it was, like, the only time I ever really experienced it. And it literally sounded like somebody was, like, 2 floors up, walking down the stairs behind me. And there was nobody there. Like, now at that point there could have been somebody in the building, because there are cleaning people and stuff like that, so maybe it was somebody, but I didn't hear anybody. Like, I didn't like see anybody, and I only heard it for like a couple of seconds, and then like it stopped. Like, I stopped and I listened, and then I kept going like even faster, and I didn't hear it after that. So I don't know what that was. So that was my second time that I experienced anything. And then the third time that I experienced this was when I was on first shift. And it was on the weekend. It was during a Sunday. And on Sunday, our building is closed. So there are employees that do come in, like tenants. But other than that, there's no people walking through or anything like that. And it's just 2 guards. So this time, I got onto the elevator, and I went up to the 12th floor. I scanned my little scanner, and then I go down to the 11th floor. And when I go down to the 11th floor is the hallway, the lobby area is very dimly lit. And then you gotta like go into the office, like through these double doors. You have to unlock these double doors, go into there, and then you gotta check the bathroom inside there. And it's really, really dark inside the office. So like I got off the elevator, and I already don't like that floor because it's dimly lit. And all of a sudden I hear click, 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 like this clicking sound. I shit you not, it sounded like somebody had a hold of the doorknob and was just like just like shaking it. And it was just like, it's like when I got off the elevator, I thought maybe it was the elevator making the sounds. So I waited for a second, and the elevator closed, and it was still going. And I didn't see the doorknob move, but it sounded like that doorknob was just. And there was nobody in that office. Like, nobody had checked in for that office, because they have to go through us before they get into the office. And there was nobody scheduled to work in that office that day. And it scared the shit out of me. I was like, forget it. I'm not scanning it. I pushed the button, and I went on to the next floor. Like, I was not messing with it. So, yeah. And I think the last incident I will probably tell you guys about is not my personal incident that happened, or my personal experience that happened at the building, but it was my coworker. One day, it was during second shift. 2 of my coworkers had been working, and they were like downstairs in the lobby area. And I'll just give you kind of a layout. Here's the lobby area. Here's our little desk, and up here, if you go like down the lobby area, there's like escalators. One that goes up, one that goes down. You can go up, and there's like a little walkway up here. So all this is open. The whole lobby's open, and there's like a glass roof and stuff. So like up on this walkway that you get to from the escalators, you can, you know, there's like big cutouts in the wall. So like kind of like windows, and you can see up there, and there's plants that are up in like the little windows and stuff on the walkway. So like you can see people that walk through there, and you can see the plants and stuff like that. So one day, one of the guards was at the desk, and the other one was standing out in the lobby area, you know, just walking around and checking everything, because obviously the building was already closed, and they were just waiting for the cleaning crew to get out, I guess. They said that they heard like rustling around, and they look up and they see this white hand, this white gloved hand. And they said it looked like a medical glove, I think, you know, like a doctor's glove. And they were like messing with those plants. And there should be nobody messing with the plants, but they were messing with those plants. And they're looking at each other like, nobody should be up there. So one goes up this way, and the other one is looking on the camera. So the one goes up the escalator, and she comes in there to go check and like see who it is, like, because there should be nobody up there, just to make sure it wasn't like a guest or somebody who snuck in. So she goes up the escalator, and the other one's watching the camera, because you can go through another door from the stairwell and get into the second floor from there. So she was watching the second floor area to make sure they don't come through that door, and she went up the other way, and there was nobody there. Nobody. They saw the hand come up, mess with the flowers, and go away, so they went to go hurry up and check it. She was watching on the camera, she went up the other way, and there was nobody there. Nobody. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this paranormal vlog. Like I said, I can't prove these are ghost stories, but these are, you know, my experiences and my coworkers' experience at this old, very old building. And it was very creepy, and you always had like this sense that you were being watched or you're being followed. And I've never felt that anywhere until I got to that building. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was paranormal? Has anything like that happened to you? Like, have you worked in an old creepy building and had something creepy happen to you? If so, please leave a comment down below and tell me about your experiences. And stay tuned for more paranormal stories, because I do have more and I will be posting them. So stay tuned, guys.